and Science and Technology to work with Nigerian and international pharmaceutical companies and research organizations to enhance Nigeria's domestic pharmaceutical capacity. Already, the Nigerian Sovereign Investment Authority is raising a $200 million fund for the initiative that will complement the Central Bank of Nigeria's ongoing 85 billion naira healthcare sector research and development intervention scheme to support local research in the development of vaccines and drugs to combat communicable and non-communicable diseases, including COVID-19. Fellow Nigerians, this is just the beginning. Similarly, on our approach to food security, I am proud to announce Nigeria has commenced its journey to pharmaceutical independence. This journey, which will take years to achieve, but will ultimately result in Nigerian-based addressing these new security challenges. We are taking the fight to our enemies from all angles, and we are winning. Earlier this year, I launched the Integrated National Security and Waterways Protection Infrastructure, the Deep Blue Project, which is designed to secure Nigerian waters up to the Gulf of Guinea. I am happy to inform Nigerians that we have taken delivery of key assets for this project, and very soon its impact will be felt. In the Northeast region alone, over 8,000 Boko Haram terrorists have surrendered. To support as such approach to fighting banditry, the Nigerian Armed Forces have recruited over 17,000 personnel across all ranks. Furthermore, I have approved for the Nigerian police force to recruit 10,000 police officers annually over the next 6 years. I'm also pleased to note that most of the Air Force platforms we acquired over the past 3 years have started to arrive in the country. These will positively impact our security operations in all parts of the country. In line with Section 14B, 2B of the 1999 Constitution as amended, the security and welfare of Nigerians continue to be the prime focus on which programs and projects of our government revolve. Therefore, as a government, we are ready to arrest and prosecute all persons inciting violence through words or action. Our resolve for a peaceful, united, and one Nigeria remains resolute and unwavering. That said, our hope is not to fight for peace. We can always settle our grievances peacefully without spilling any blood. I will therefore take this opportunity on this special day that symbolizes the unity and oneness of our great nation to ask all Nigerians to embrace peace and dialogue, whatever your grievances. The seeds of violence are planted in people hate through words. Reckless utterances of a few have led to losses of many innocent lives and destruction of property. Such unfiltered and unsubstantiated lies and hate speeches by a few evil persons must be stopped. Our media houses and commentators must move away from just reporting irresponsible remarks to investigating the truth behind all statements and presenting the facts to readers. We must, of course, all come out and speak against the lies being peddled. At this point, I would want to sincerely appreciate the large number of our traditional, religious, and community leaders, as well as other well-meaning Nigerians who, in their various fora, are openly spreading the message of peaceful coexistence and conflict settlement through dialogue in their respective communities. Nigeria is for all of us. Its unity is not negotiable, and its ultimate success can only be achieved if we all come together with a common goal of having peace and prosperity for our nation. We shall continue to work on dialogue-based solutions to address legitimate grievances, but we remain ready to take decisive actions against secessionist agitators and their sponsors who threaten our national security. The recent arrest of Nnamdi Kanu and Sunday Adeyemo and the ongoing investigations being conducted have revealed certain high-profile financiers behind these individuals. We are vigorously pursuing these financiers, including one identified as a serving member of the National Assembly. Fellow Nigerians, this is a clear example of how people abandon their national leadership positions for their selfish gains. Instead of preaching unity, they are funding and misleading our youth to conduct criminal acts that sometimes lead to unfortunate and unnecessary loss of lives and property. As the so-called leaders run abroad to hide, our innocent youths are misled and left in the streets to fight for their senseless and destructive causes. Government will continue with greater level of the people's participation and in collaboration with our international partners to improve the security architecture, reduce enabling environment for criminality to thrive, and eliminate opportunities for terrorist financing. Fellow Nigerians, our unrelenting effort at resolving an almost 2 decades stalling on the management of our petroleum resources and ensuring equitable consideration of our host communities has resulted in the enactment of the Petroleum Industry Act 2021. The Act not only overlaws the institutional, regulatory, and fiscal framework of the petroleum industry, but also reduces the previous capacity associated with this sector. This is the first step to the reforms, as the process is a continuous one. Already, to further improve the governance framework, I have sought for an amendment of sections 11.2b and 34.2b. We will also continue to review and amend as appropriate. At this juncture, it is very appropriate that I salute the leadership and members of the Ninth Assembly for their patriotism, dedication to duty, candor, and most importantly, the dispatch with which they have enacted legacy legislatures for this nation. I do not take such level of cooperation for granted and hope it continues for the overall efficiency of the federal machinery. Nigeria's roadmap on local refining is on track, with the commissioning of a modular refinery in Imo State. A second is scheduled for commissioning by the end of this year in Edo State, and the third one in Bayelsa State in 2022. In addition to the modular projects, we also have the 2 mega refinery projects coming up in Lagos and Akwa Ibom states. As these refineries are commissioned, more employment opportunities are created, and there would be increased petroleum produce available for local consumption, which will significantly reduce our huge gas reserves. Already, we are supporting and promoting various gas-based projects, including the NLNG Train 7 and the mega urea and ammonia projects in the South-South region. As we continue to optimize and enhance our oil and gas sector, I'm also proud and delighted to state that our economic diversification strategy remains on course, with a persistent increase in non-oil sector contribution to the GDP. We recovered from economic recession in Q4 of 2020 with a GDP growth rate of 0.11% and grew by 0.51% and 5.0% in real terms in the first and second quarters of this year. The agricultural sector remains key to the economic diversification efforts, as the sector has been a consistent driver of the non-oil sector, contributing 22.35%, 23.78% to the overall GDP in the first and second quarter of this year. We've seen significant private sector investments in almost all areas of the agricultural value chain, and these have contributed and continued even during the COVID-19 pandemic. Unfortunately, as our food production capacity has increased, food prices have been going up due to artificial shortage created by middlemen who have been buying and hoarding these essential commodities for profiteering. To address this, I'm hereby directing the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development to rehabilitate the National Food Reserve Agency and also work with security agencies, the Nigerian Community Exchange, and the National Assembly to find a lasting solution to these disruptive and unpatriotic hoarding activities. To further enhance food production, we have completed several new dams and are in the process of rehabilitating several river basin development authorities to enhance groundwater supply for rain-fed agriculture, as well as surface water for irrigation in agriculture. The water projects we have completed between 2015 and 2020 have improved Nigeria's access to potable water to 71% between 2015 and 2020. This means 12.5 million additional Nigerians now have direct access to potable water. Fellow Nigerians, the government remains concerned by the significant transportation infrastructure deficit we have. Addressing the challenges our commuters and lorry drivers face on the motorways is still a high priority to us. To complement our budgeted allocation, the Presidential Infrastructure Development Fund and the Road Infrastructure Development and Refurbishment Investment Tax Credit Scheme, we recently established a 15 trillion naira infrastructure corporation of Nigeria United, codenamed INFRACO, which is expected to begin operation by the fourth quarter of this year. Infraco will also focus on leveraging resources on a public-private sector basis for infrastructural development in our country. We hope through these innovative programs, the additional cost burden on individuals and businesses because of inefficient logistics operation will be reduced and ultimately eliminated. We currently have over 13,000 kilometers of roads and bridges under construction all over the country, of which a fair percentage have been completed. As we fix our roads, we also continue to extend and upgrade Nigeria's railway network with the notable opening of the Warri-Itakpe standard gauge rail line. The increased capacity, we have introduced more locomotives, coaches, and wagons, including the establishment of a wagon assembly in Kajola, Ogun State. The seaports, however, still remain problematic. The effect of our various interventions to reduce the gridlocks and inefficiencies have been slower than expected. However, the implementation of the electronic call-up system, as well as the conversion of the Lily Pond container terminal to a vehicle transit area, will further enhance the case of cargo evacuation. Our prioritization of developing Nigeria's digital economy has positively impacted the contribution of the ICT sector to our GDP. We hope our present efforts to ensure all Nigerians use a national identification number, as well as our planned rollout of the fifth generation 5G network technology, will ensure we stay in line with the global innovation curve as a nation. As we embrace the digital economy in Nigeria, we are fully aware of the prospects and the perils. Our policies have been developed to enable Nigerians to take advantage of the prospects and avoid the perils of digital technologies. Social media is a very useful platform that enables millions of Nigerians to connect with loved ones, promote their businesses, socialize, and access news and other information. However, recent events have shown that the platform is not just an innocuous platform for information dissemination. Rather, some users have misused the information to organize, coordinate, and even execute criminal activities, propagate false news, and promote ethnic and religious sentiments. To address these negative trends, the federal government of Nigeria suspended the operation of Twitter in Nigeria on June 5, 2021, to allow the government to put measures in place to address these challenges. Following the suspension of Twitter organization and operations in Nigeria, Twitter Incorporated reached out to the federal government of Nigeria to resolve the impasse. Subsequently, I constituted a presidential committee to engage Twitter to explore the possibility of resolving the issue. The committee, along with its technical team, has engaged with Twitter and have addressed a number of key issues. And these are national security and cohesion, registration, physical presence and representation, fair taxation, dispute resolution, and local content. Following the extensive engagements, the issues are being addressed, and I've directed that the suspension be lifted, but only if the conditions are met to allow our citizens continue the use of the platform for business and positive engagements. As a country, we are committed to ensuring that digital companies use their platform to enhance the lives of our citizens, respect Nigeria's sovereignty, cultural values, and promote online safety. Nigeria's progressive diplomacy continues to manifest through growing numbers of highly placed Nigerians in positions of regional and global influences. Very recently, Nigeria won election for the position of Commissioner for the Expanded Political Peace and Security Affairs of the African Union. Our persistent calls for a reorganized and reformed ECOWAS to make the organization citizens sensitive paid off with the acceptance by the authority of heads of state and governments of ECOWAS to commence the agreed reform in the organization ahead of the next elections of the organization of principal officers in December this year. At the African Development Bank, World Trade Organization, and indeed the United Nations, footprints of Nigeria's diplomacy are clearly evident. We remain confident that our goal of lifting 100 million Nigerians out of poverty in 10 years is achievable. Considering the positive impact of our social investment programs, I recently approved an increase in the number of N-Power program beneficiaries from 500,000 to 1 million. Out of this, 510,000 have started the program, while the competitive selection process for onboarding an outstanding 490% beneficiaries is in progress at the moment. The National Homegrown School Feeding Program is currently being implemented in 35 states of the Federation and the FCT. Over 103,000 women have been engaged and empowered as cooks under the program, while about 10 million pupils are being fed across public primary schools in the country. To grant increased access to credit to the most poor and vulnerable, I have directed an increase in the establishment of government enterprise and empowerment program loans to an additional 1 million beneficiaries, laying more emphasis on the smallholding farmers through the Farmers' Money Program. Fellow Nigerians, far too long we have neglected the centrality of the civil service as the engine of governance, and this has manifested in effective service delivery. There is widespread discontent and disillusion about the efficiency and probity of our civil service. It is for this reason that we are refocusing the Nigerian civil service to provide world-class service to run our country. The youth of this great country remain propellants for our today and provide guarantees that we would have a secure tomorrow. It is for this reason that I remain focused on expanding opportunities for their participation in politics and governance. Recent appointments of young people into positions of authority and their track record so far gives me confidence that we need to bring more of them into governance, and this I promise to do. More specifically, to encourage girl-child education, female scholarship schemes, life skills and digital literacy skills to boost girls' enrollment, retention, and completion of schooling are all initiatives put in place to ensure genuine gender tolerance and balance in appropriately positioning our youth for positions of leadership. The commitment of this administration to the well-being of people living in disabilities remain unwavering. Government recognizes their contributions to development, and I have, in this regard, directed that all relevant government agencies pay special attention to the peculiarities of different abilities in the implementation of policies and programs. Rape and gender-based violence remains a sore point in our nation, as in many countries worldwide, and this was worsened during and after the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic. We are currently engaging heads of established specialized courts for the speedy and seamless trial of rape, gender-based offenses, especially to ensure that justice is done for the child victims of these offenses. On the other hand, work has advanced in the performance, reintegration, and reunification of minors involved in one crime or the other. The reformation in our correctional service has manifested in an increase in modernized custodial centers and a transformation from strictly punitive to attitudinal changes so that criminals do not relapse into their previous lifestyle. As we begin to celebrate our 61 years as a nation, we need to be conscious that Nigeria does not start and end with the federal government. This country is a great collective where government at all arms and levels, as well as the private sector, and more importantly, individuals, have a role to play. In particular, security is a bottom-to-top undertaking. Joining hands and hearts together will enable us to secure ourselves and our country. I fully understand the anxiety of many Nigerians and the inability of this country to go beyond never-ending potential for becoming a great nation to an actually great one. A lot has been achieved in the last 6 years on many fronts: in infrastructure, social care, governance, Nigeria's image and influence in Africa and the international community. But critics misdiagnose incremental progress as stagnation. Since coming to power, this administration has tackled our problems head-on. In spite of the meager resources, no government since 1999 has done what we have done in 6 years to put Nigeria back on track. Fellow Nigerians, we shall continue to serve the country, listen to all, and protect our democracy and country. Thank you, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. This is the speech on this National Day celebration of the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Alhaji Muhammadu Buhari. I thank you very much indeed.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Please put your hands together for His Excellency. Wireless microphone, please. Please, we want to invite my Lord, the Chief Judge of Akwa Ibom State, to kindly join us up here, please. Thank you very much. Chief of Staff to the Governor, to kindly please come forward. Commissioner of Police, Akwa Ibom State, kindly please come forward. And Dr. Charity Ido of the Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly, kindly please come forward. Chairman Uyo Local Government Area, please kindly come forward. Thank you. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We have we want to cut this special Independence Anniversary cake. His Excellency, the Governor, represented by the Deputy Governor, is here. And then, of course, we have other officials of government who are joining on our behalf. But more importantly, we have these children from the Children's Parliament. And from the Children's Parliament. And they more or less represent the very future of this country. The ones that we owe a responsibility of leaving a much better country than we currently live in for them, so that they can live, work, and thrive. And so, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellencies, I'll place request that we all spell Nigeria, and at the last letter, that knife will come down. And that knife will come down at the last letter. So I will intone and you repeat after me, ladies and gentlemen. N. No, now that's not the voice of everybody here. N. I. G. E. R. I. A. Nigeria. Please put your hands together for them. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You may please return to your seats. Thank you. You may please return to your seat. His Excellency will please take a photograph with those children. Thank you. Thank you very much. Congratulations. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. You may please return to your seats. Thank you very much. All the children and students, please, you can come forward. If you want to hear the results of the march past and the traditional dance, you can come forward. You can come forward. You can come forward. Just stand here. Yes, you can come forward. Yes, just stand here. Just stand here. Any school that is not here will not announce your name as a winner. Thank you very much. We'll thank His Excellency the Deputy Governor as he goes back to his seat. Where are the secondary school students? Where are the secondary school students? If you don't come out, we will not announce the results. Please kindly come forward. Kindly come forward. If your school is not represented here, I will cancel your name from the results I'm about to announce. Okay, I will count 5, and if you are not here, we'll cancel this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5. The schools that are not coming are those ones that know that they did not win anything. Did your school win something? Did your school win something? What did you win? First in what? Okay, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, please, we are going to announce the results. First, of the traditional dance. The judges were taking note. 3rd position. Number 3. 3rd position. Monef High School, Ikore Bomitam, it's a local government area. Please put your hands together for them. Thank you. 2nd position, traditional dance. Community Secondary Commercial School, Ikore Panishet, Ona local government area. Clap for them now. You're not clapping for them. 1st position in the traditional dance. Which school came first? Traditional dance. Which school came first? First position, traditional dance. Please put your hands together for Community Secondary School, Ibiakuishet, Uruan Local Government Area. Please put your hands together for them. Congratulations. Thank you. March past. I'm sure all of you want to hear the March past results. March past. Nursery school category. Third position. University Arms Nursery School, Uyo. Are they here? Are they here? Okay. Second position, Emerald Nursery and Primary School, Uyo. And the winner in the nursery school category for the March past. Please put your hands together for Eternal Seed Nursery School. Please put your hands together for them. Okay, I have been told that the traditional dance, the school is Methodist School, Ibiakuishet. The judges should please take note, please. They won in the traditional dance category. Primary school category. Third position, St. Philip's Primary School, Usefort. Second position, Methodist Primary School, Itiametoi. First position, second Genekdom. First position in the primary school category. Please put your hands together for Fort Jubilee Primary School, Uyo. Thank you very much. Special recognition category. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, there was only one school in the paramilitary secondary school category. It is not fair that they should be judged with other schools that are not paramilitary schools, for reasons that are very obvious. And so there's a special recognition award for Air Force Comprehensive Secondary School for doing an excellent march past and doing an excellent parade. They won in the only category that they competed in. Can we please put our hands together for them? Please put your hands together for them. Air Force Secondary School, are they here? Okay, I think they're still seated right there. Thank you very much. In the paramilitary category, they are the only ones that came and they thrilled us to a beautiful parade. Please, an important announcement. A phone has been picked up on the march past floor, so if you missed your phone, please kindly come and meet me at the end of the National Anthem for identification and collection. Please don't call me after today. We'll hand the phone over to the police and you go to Ikorak Panabia and explain yourself. Secondary school category, March past. Third position. Please put your hands together for Mary Hani Secondary School, Oron. They came third in the March past. Second position, Holy Family College, Okwobak. Please put your hands together for them. First position in the March past, Daniel Joseph Academy, Nsurubium Local Government Area. Thank you very much. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, those are the results that came from the judges. From the judges, whose names I would have announced if I had them here. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Brings us to the end of this event. May I please request that all of us please rise for the National Anthem, please. The police band, please. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Have yourself a good afternoon. Happy Independence Day. God bless you.
Say I get it, daddy. Say I get it, daddy. Say I get it, daddy. Say I get it.